Hi, we are Bettina Schuler and Annette Söhnlein from Citizen to Be, and we have a yoga sequence for you to relax your neck and shoulder. What is important here is that you feel comfortable in all postures. They are called asanas. So it's important that we inhale and exhale regularly. And if our breath stops, even just briefly, take a break. You are responsible for your own good, for your own self. Please only go as far as you can. Make sure that nothing hurts you. So Bettina here has a pillow, a blanket, maybe you have something similar. Now put this below your bottom. It's folded, that's great. Now if you cannot sit in a cross-legged position, so if you cannot do this variation, you can also go into the kneeling pose. Or if your knees don't like it, you can also sit with your legs stretched out. Here it's really about sitting upright, straight. Now, no matter which position, which posture you chose, close your eyes for a moment. Bring your hands together at heart center in the so-called Anjali Mudra. Allow your breath to become full and deep. Notice the floor. Breathe in, straighten your spine. Breathe out. Allow your pelvis, your bottom, to sink deep into the floor. Breathe in deeply. Raise your shoulders. Breathe out. Bring your shoulder blades together. Now breathe in completely one more time. Straighten your spine inside. Stay up here. Lower your chin slightly. Smile inside. Smile with your eyes. Open your palms. Bring them down, fold them in your lap. Now, lift up your gaze. Today we're going to focus on our shoulders. To warm up our shoulders, bring your hands to your knees. Raise your shoulders, breathing in, breathe out. Bring your shoulder blades together. Repeat this several times. Now here, let's try and make sure to bring movement, bring action and breath together. Do this very consciously. Draw your shoulders up, breathe in, breathe out, and bring your shoulder blades together. Now, turn around. Let's do this the other way around. Breathe in twice. Breathe in, breathe out. When we're here, lift your shoulders, bring your shoulder blades together. Well done. Now extend your arms. Fingers are stretched out. Our hands are fully awake and have a lot of energy. Now lift up your armpits. When breathing out, bring your shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Push your hands to the front. Breathe out. Shoulder blades draw back. One more time. The navel draws in slightly. Breathe out. Shoulder blades move backwards. Breathe in. Shoulders move to the front. Now as if you were drawing a present towards you. Then raise your hands. Move them upwards towards the sky. Breathe out. Bring your palms to your heart center. Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes for a second. Breathe in deeply. Create a form of wideness. Open your eyes again. Bring your hands, bring your fingertips to this small area up here at your column. Then move your fingers slowly towards the right sides of to the outer edges of your shoulders. Now, if possible, raise your shoulders, your armpits. If it's more comfortable lower down, then stay here. Now, what I would like to do is pull up our breath. Pull it up all here, up here. A few breath cycles like this. Breathe in, lift your fingertips, and then broaden to the right, to the left. Broaden your side body. Oh, it's your breath that moves you upwards and that broadens your side body. We often have a lot of tension in our shoulders, so this exercise will help us to soften down. Breathe in, breathe out, pull your elbows to the side. Now lower your hands, root down towards the earth. Shoulder blades come back. Now breathe out and your shoulder blades move down. Now try and make sure that now you're really only doing what you can do. If you can't reach up completely, that's totally fine. Let's see how far we can get. Move up your hands. Your gaze stays softly to the front. Breathe out. Hands move down. Chin stays parallel to the floor. One more time. Breathe out. Lower your hands. Now, if you can only reach to up here, to your chest or your shoulders, then that's where you go. And then that's while exhaling, you move your arms, your hands downwards. One arm is also fine. This is where we stop this exercise. Lift up to the front. Now reach out with your left hand and grab your right wrist. Make yourself long and tilt towards the right. Breathe in, move upwards towards the sky. Change hands. Now, tilt towards the left. One more time on each side. Breathe in deeply, move upwards. Grab your wrist. This is very important for the shoulder region. Now, breathe in, breathe out. Second side, breathe in, move back up. Then bring your hands to the floor, softly, gently. Now, in order not to spend too much time in a seated position, we'll now move into tabletop, back to all fours. We will use the blanket to support our knees. That's something I like to recommend if you have sensitive knees. You don't need to do it, of course. Put your knees on below your hips and stretch your feet out to the back. Now with your next inhalation, raise your right hand towards the side and up. Breathe out, thread your hand below your left side without coming to the floor. Breathe in, reach out. You don't have to reach as far as Bettina. Go back down, thread through the other side. Breathe in, open up warmly, gently. Follow your hand with your gaze. Now exhale, thread through your left hand. Now see if you can lower down to the floor. If the floor is still too far away from your shoulder, then please feel welcome to use a pillow below your right shoulder. Now Bettina will come to her fingertips on her left hand, push down to the floor. Her left shoulder comes up, moves towards the spine. Now it's really about releasing tension while exhaling to the floor. Now to feel more secure with this, I would also ask you to pull the inside of your thighs together. This will, as you can see, level the hips. Make your right side very heavy. Now, if you don't get down like this, use a pillow. Come back, reach up, come back to a tabletop, to all fours. Now, it's always nice to breathe in before moving on to the other side. Breathe in, lower your gaze, allow your gaze to soften. Let's see how my right side is doing compared to the left side. How does my shoulder feel? We want to open up shoulders and necks. Now for the other side, let's try another variation. Raise your left arm, but keep your gaze lowered. Your neck will stay straight. Now thread your left hand through to the other side. Open up, reach up, breathe out. Thread through your armpit. One more time. Stretch your left upper chest. Now come down to the floor. Get up on your fingertips. You can see the right shoulder, the right elbow points to the sky. Now breathing in, push towards your left hand. Stretch. Now let's see if you can lift your elbow, the upper elbow, a bit more to the sky. This will help you open up your shoulder. Now let's take 2 to 3 breath cycles here. Breathe in deeply. Open up your sides. Let everything go. Let everything go through your left shoulder, through the left side of your head. As long as we deep breathly, we don't have to be afraid that this is too much effort for our body. So just don't forget to breathe. With the next inhalation, raise your left hand, reach out, come back to all fours. Now we've supported our shoulders. Let's get back to a standing position. Take one of your feet, doesn't matter which one, in between your hands. Now you can use your hand to do this if you're not as flexible as Bettina is. Now come up on your knee, back straight, pull your shoulders back. Lift up through your back foot, flexed, and come up to the front. You can turn towards the camera if you like. Now let's continue with the exercises for the shoulders. Your feet are hip width distance apart, firmly grounded. Let's concentrate. Let's bring our palms to heart center. Breathe in deeply. Breathe into our chest. From your chest, breathe out through the soles of your feet into the earth. This alone can help you massively to release some tension from your shoulders and necks. One more time. Breathe in into your sides, fully into your lungs. Breathe out through your pelvis, through your hips, into the floor. Let go of the tension. Now open your eyes slowly. Release your hands. Then breathe in. Bring your hands to where your shoulders are. A lot of you might have to pause in a bit. Now let's repeat this one more time. Bring your hands up. Breathe out. Bring them down. This time, if you can, bring them all the way up to the sky. Breathe out towards and lower your hands in front of your body. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Exactly. Well done. Your heels are a bit apart. Our standing posture our foundation is always the most important part. Bend your knees if you tend to strengthen too much. Your chin is raised. Open up through the chest and draw your shoulder blades together, breathing out. Breathe in, and with the inhalation, pull back through your hands and stretch. So what's important here, you don't have to raise your hands far. What is important is to open up your chest, your breast. Breathing out, we will also release tension from the shoulders. Let's repeat this for 2 breath cycles. Inhale, breathe deeply into your lungs. Breathe out, release your hands. Turn round. Now, one of the best exercises to release tension from neck and shoulders is the eagle posture. We take a stable stance, bring our hands up to where our shoulders are. Then we cross our hands left above right. Give yourself an embrace. I will show you this from behind. Try and reach to where your shoulder blades are. You can even give yourself a little massage here. Try and release some tension. Breathe deeply. And if we breathe here, we will already notice that our breath is a bit inhibited due to the embrace. But still, due to this limit, this inhibition, we will breathe deeper. And it depends on how flexible you are. If you can, cross your hands now, your lower parts of your arms. If you're very flexible, you can even bring the inside of your arms, your hands together. Continue breathing. Now with an inhalation, lift your arms to where your chin is. We can also do this if we're still with our hands, with our arms crossed like this. Now move them upward, and Bettina does a great job here. Her chin, her head stays above her heart all the time. So with every inhalation, we try to reach further towards the sky. And with the exhalation, we try to create space between our head and our hands. You will notice that this is work for the neck. And try to do this also in your mind. If you just try and imagine that your neck loosens up with every inhalation and exhalation. Now exhale, release your arms. Let's see if you now breathe more deeply. Well done. Now inhale, reach out to the front. Now let's cross our arms again and embrace us. And this time the other way around. So it doesn't matter which one you did now, just cross your elbows. Our spine is straight. Now breathe into this limitation of your embrace. Breathe out, soften your gaze. If you can, stay here if this is the right place for you. And if you like, release your hands, cross them, fold them, bring your palms to touch. What's important here is that we don't form fists here. We just try and reach further towards the sky with our fingertips. You stay standing firmly rooted, your spine upright. And as on the other side, we will raise our arms slightly. With every exhalation, we create more space between our head and our hands. Repeat this for 3 breath cycles. This will relax our shoulders. Relax your jaw when breathing out. Relax your neck when you breathe out. Now, release everything. This is a very deep stretch. So repeat this. As often as you can and try and breathe even longer in between. Now we'll come back to a seated position. I will give you the blanket now. When we do yoga, when we practice yoga, it's mostly about taking care of us. So try and find a comfortable seat. A seat that will allow you to lift your spine, to make it upright. Now we will go into detail here, do some fine-tuning for our neck and shoulders. Close our eyes, look inwards towards the nose. Oh, breathe in deeply. Breathe out and allow our chin to drop down to our chest. We will enjoy this deep stretch in our neck for a few breath cycles. Our armpits are slightly lifted, our shoulder blades draw towards each other, and our neck is drawing towards the floor. Now with the next exhalation, move your left ear to your left shoulder. Draw your right shoulder towards the earth. Your left ear is very close to your left shoulder. Well done. So the right shoulder draws towards the earth and you will feel a stretch on your right neck. With every exhalation, you can bring more softness to this region. Now come back to the center, stay here for a bit, and then let's move on to the other side. Right ear moves towards the right shoulder, and that's where you'll notice that your two sides are quite different. This can tell you where you have more tension, where you find it easier to breathe deeply. Now your right ear draws towards your right shoulder, left shoulder towards the earth. You will notice a deep stretch here in the neck. With every exhalation, release some tension. Move your chin back to the center and then very slowly left ear to left shoulder. Breathe in to the middle, to the center. Breathe out, right ear, right shoulder. Now come back to center. Repeat this once on every side. This is a great exercise. You can do it in between. You don't need to warm up. And it allows us to look deep inside. Stay here now in the middle. Gaze inwards. Gaze towards your heart. Your chin draws down towards your chest. Breathe into the space in between your shoulders. While breathing out, your chin draws down even lower. Your eyes stay closed. Inside, you look towards your nose. Move up with your head. 2 breath cycles here. Very deep ones. Breathe out, relax your shoulders. Breathe in deeply, right below your collarbone. Stay here with your shoulders. Breathe out, relax. Let's bring our palms together in front at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Let's bow our head slightly towards our heart. Let's say thank you to ourselves and release. Oh.